138, September 22nd, 2024. Right now marks 124 hours of progress on the global horror simulation. As of now, the issue where the top right pixel of a square was not able to be recolored has finally been resolved. The issue was that a call to texture.apply was set in a double nested for each loop, where at the beginning it iterates through every pixel on an object, gathers the neighbors, and then there is another for loop where it checks each neighbor, sees if that neighbor is transparent, and if it is, it sets a pixel to red, and then it hits texture.apply or calls texture.apply, and outside of that there is an if statement that says if none of the nearby pixels were detected as being transparent, then set it to purple, and the mistake was not calling texture.apply after all of that. So with the code that sets the pixel to purple, there was no texture.apply after the set pixel call, so pixels weren't actually being called within the iteration, or the pixel in the center wasn't being updated in the iteration. The neighboring pixels were actually modifying the last pixel, as the neighboring pixels are the left, right, up, and down. So the center pixel was only being modified by the next pixel in line, and so since there's no next pixel from the top right one, there was nothing to modify it. And actually, another benefit of moving the texture.apply and sprite.create out of the double nested for each loop is that it makes the code actually run faster, as before there was a mistake where putting those two calls inside of the double nested for each loop actually caused texture.apply and sprite.create restructuring the texture and the sprite after every single pixel is modified. So moving it out of the loops and just at the end of the function that calls the loops makes this all load much faster. As before, there's still a bit of delay there, but before there was a much larger delay. So the intention going forward is to devise a way to traverse, well, the method for traversing pixels already works, and so the next goal is to detect different regions of a pixel object that are completely broken off from each other, meaning that they're surrounded by outlines and they belong to the same texture, which means new objects need to be created from them to have dynamic sprite deformation.